Welcome to my views on news. Eritrean Information Minister today spoke for the first time since the signing of peace agreement between TPLF and Ethiopian federal government. What did he say? We have been waiting for Eritrean position on the peace agreement signed in South Africa. Though no official statement released by Eritrean government so far, but since Yemane is information minister of Eritrea, that is why his words can be taken as Eritrean official position about the peace agreement. What did he say about the peace agreement, about prospects of peace in the Horn of Africa? Secondly, viewers, Getachew Reda, Tigray presidential spokesperson, at last spoke today. He addressed Tigrayans. People have been waiting, especially Tigrayans in Tigray, outside Tigray. Tigrayan diaspora, they've been waiting for negotiators, Getachew Reda, to brief about what happened in South Africa, to brief about the peace agreement. He spoke today. He addressed Tigrayans. And what did he say? How is his message being received? And how are Tigrayans responding to Getachew's message? Was he successful in convincing Tigrayans about the peace agreement? Details for you. Firstly, viewers, on Wednesday, Ethiopian peace agreement was signed in Pretoria, South Africa. Since then, we have been waiting for some official word from Eritrea, which is the main party to this conflict. Eritrean forces are still operating in Tigray. In the first and third rounds of fighting, Eritrean military was heavily involved, and Eritrean military definitely struck heavy blows to Tigray fighters. And Tigray Population Fund has been accusing Isaias Afwerki and Eritrean military that they were playing a negative role, a destructive role in the Horn of Africa, that they wanted to destroy Tigrayans, TPLF. That is why we were waiting for official statement from Eritrean government about the peace agreement, because some pro-TPLF sources, analysts were saying that Isaias Afwerki would try to undermine the peace agreement, though I said that Eritrean government was represented at the talks by Ethiopian government. If you remember, in some videos, I spoke in detail about some issues raised by Ethiopian government negotiators in talks in South Africa related to Eritrea. So back then in the talks around a week ago, Ethiopian government literally represented Eritrea. What did Yemane Gabre Meskel say about the peace agreement? He did not directly say anything about peace agreement, but what he said is definitely linked to the peace agreement. He said, the useless bunch is in total disarray. He used words in Tigrania, Afli Hanche Menchi. He started his message with these three words, Afli Hanche Menchi, which is translated as the useless bunch. The useless bunch is in total disarray. Time to close shop. I think he is addressing TPLF supporters here, TPLF, the analysts, journalists, and perhaps some countries who have been supporting TPLF. Secondly, he said they are venting frustration on Eritrea. Horn of Africa cherishes peace. Peace is on the horizon. And peace was embedded in 2018 Ethiopia-Eritrea agreement as well. Now, the most important part of his message is peace is on the horizon. So, by saying that peace is on the horizon, I think Yemane Gabriel Meskel is implying that the agreement signed in South Africa is going to lead to peace in the Horn of Africa. So Eritrean government is definitely on board with Ethiopian federal government. No likelihood of any Eritrean actions to undermine the peace agreement. Why? Because if TPLF has been considerably weakened, the Tigray fighters being disarmed, TPLF is going to surrender its heavy weaponry, Badme back under Eritrea control. So Eritrea got a lot in this war. Eritrea weakened its rival TPLF. TPLF considerably weakened, Tigray weakened as well. Tigray's economy, Tigray's infrastructure, Tigray's society, everything damaged, destroyed. It will take years to rebuild Tigray. TPLF weakened, TDF being disarmed. Eritrea got back disputed border territories. So what else would Eritrea want? That is why peace agreement is acceptable to Eritrea. It's clear now. And Yemane is addressing some analysts who have been blindly supporting TPLF. And in several of his tweets in the past as well, he lashed out at some analysts, some news outlets, Western news outlets as well, that they were backing TPLF. Overall, positive signs are being seen that Eritrea will not undermine the peace treaty signed in South Africa. Secondly, viewers, Getachew Reda, Tigray presidential spokesperson, today addressed Tigrayans. He's trying to alleviate their concerns, their fears. Did he succeed? What did he say? He said, whatever we do, whatever we sign, we do it for the interests of the people of Tigray. Peace is what our people need more than anyone. And time will tell if we can deliver or not. We are fighting for the survival of our people. And if peace agreement can ensure the survival of our people, why not give it a try? So, he is selling the peace agreement to Tigrayans. This peace agreement will ensure their survival, Tigrayan survival. And whatever TPLF is doing, it is doing for the protection, the rights of Tigrayans. Now, people criticizing TPLF has some questions. Firstly, they say TPLF is not the sole representative of the people of Tigray. What about opposition parties? What about civil society? If there is civil society, what about media? What about Tigrayan diaspora? All have been part of this war since November 2020. All suffered in varying degrees. But when the time came to make decisions about the future of Tigray, TPLF acted alone. First, objection from diaspora, from dissenting voices in Tigray. And secondly, why was this war necessary? If the war was to end in this way, that Tigray has lost Raya, Volkayet, TDF being disarmed, Badme back under Eritrean control, Eritrean military still in Tigray. If the war was to end like this, can we say that the war was not necessary in November 2020? Why didn't TPLF try to resolve the crisis, the political crisis, through dialogue with Ethiopian government? Now Ethiopian government and TPLF has agreed on peace agreement. They could have agreed on such issues in 2020 as well. Why was this war necessary? Millions were impacted. Tens of thousands died. Tigray's youth suffered. Tigray's institutions suffered. Women suffered. Girls suffered. Children suffered. Infrastructure damaged. What did the people of Tigray get out of this war? Was this war between TPLF and Prosperity Party? Was this war between ruling elite of Ethiopia, political elite of Ethiopia? These are the questions being asked by those who are criticizing TPLF. They are not against peace. No one is against peace. Yes, Tigray diaspora is overwhelmingly in support of independence of Tigray. But this lesson of independence of Tigray was taught to Tigrayan diaspora by TPLF. That Tigray will be an independent country, that they are Tigrayan diaspora. The diaspora community members are Tigrayans, not Ethiopians. Now suddenly overnight they are Ethiopians, not Tigrayans. So they are shocked. They're asking questions. And when Getachew tweeted around 2 hours ago, people responded. In comment section, those who have been blindly supporting TPLF lashed out at Getachew Reda. So hard times ahead for TPLF in Tigray if elections are held in a transparent manner. Election will be held in Tigray as was announced by PM Abiy 2 days ago. If election is held in a free and fair manner in Tigray, hard times ahead for the TPLF. What will diaspora do now? Will it launch some movement against TPLF? Will it be divided? In some separate video, we'll try to analyze the likely strategy to be adopted by Tigray and diaspora. So far, Getachew did not say a word about disarmament. 2 days ago, Tigray government released a statement, no mention of disarmament. And again, Getachew did not mention disarmament, which is the main concern for some Tigrayans and Tigrayan diaspora community. Thank you for watching.